Dr. Lee.
So today we're talking about depression because we have so many drugs to help depressed people, but still there are so many people commit suicide. It's a sad story. And you went to Vietnam War, right?
Yeah, I had experienced something that I'm wondering what acupuncture or acupressure could help military soldiers when they can come home. So I was in Vietnam for 18 months, and while I was in there, my girlfriend broke up with me. A lot of my friends had moved away. So when I went from being a soldier to a civilian, military really doesn't do anything for you except supply that plane flight.
And $350?
Well, that came later on when Richard Nixon gave everybody a bonus check for being in Vietnam. We got $350. Whoopee. So anyhow, when I did get back to my hometown, I noticed a lot of my friends, I'm gone for 2 years, a lot of my friends had moved away, got jobs in other states, got married, moved away. So I'm transitioning from a soldier to a civilian. I eventually found a new girlfriend. I had to buy a car. I was living with my mother and supporting her at the time. So I got a job.
So you were depressed,
right? I probably was, but
were you busy at that time?
I wasn't gonna sit around and just feel bad about myself. So
so you find a job,
yeah.
And then you work how many hours?
Oh, I found a 40-hour-a-week job.
So that's like every day except the weekend.
Yeah.
And weekend you have your yard work, you have to help your mom.
Well, this was when I didn't do too much yard work. When the weekends I had for fun. I had bought a car, I had bought a boat, so I did some water skiing and
yes.
And yeah, I mean, I put my life back together, my civilian life.
Within how long?
Well, I mean, maybe little by little, maybe
a year?
4 or 6 months.
Okay.
Maybe.
And how about medication? Did you go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist and talk and get medication?
No, I didn't feel I needed that. I probably could have helped speed things along and give me reasons for why I was feeling, like I was. And certainly a girlfriend that I had for a number of years was not going to wait. And, like that happens to a lot of people when they go in the service. A lot of people are married and they end up getting divorced. So there's a lot of adjustments that soldiers or military personnel have to adjust to when their life is quickly changed. They go from a soldier to a civilian. And they drop you off, here you are.
So when you feel depressed, do you drink excessive alcohol?
I wouldn't say excessive. I was never a big drinker, but when you get around your friends and you're trying to have a good time, somehow alcohol comes into the picture. But I would say not excessively.
And also, you even didn't try marijuana, right?
No. A friend of mine said, you want to split a nickel bag? I didn't know what a nickel bag was, but back then it was $25. And I said, no, I think I could find better things to spend my money on than that.
I think having a routine job and have a hobby, something you can really expect at a weekend to relax and sleep better, create more or produce more relaxing hormone, and that's really helping you get out of that depression or anxiety state. So
but this is my story how I did it, but I'm wondering, not every soldier you know, I think now they give them a little bit more support when they are discharged from the military. But I was wondering on, like, if I knew you back then, you know, what would you do for me to help me make that adjustment either quicker or easier?
So acupuncture definitely help depression, but I think acupuncture has to be combined with your work, like a physical activity, good night's sleep, and good diet, because you can do acupuncture every day, you feel good, but most people don't have the time to do that. You have to drive here, you lie down for 30 minutes, you feel good, and you go out and there's more stress, and then the result will not last long. So acupuncture actually rewire the brain. Then, for instance, when people are severely depressed, they will do the electric shock, and then they break that circuit, which cause people keep ruminating their past. They break that circuit, and then they activate the relaxing center, so that the relaxing center make you stop thinking about the bad things, and that will give you the motivation to do other things. But the electric shock is a little too harsh.
Yeah, I wouldn't
And
look forward
using
to that. Yeah.
electro acupuncture is very mild. It gradually build up another circuit, making you relax and not thinking too much. And that, combining with your work, with your hobby, it will create a condition, get over the depression.